Your eye color is more than just a look. It is a survival tool your ancestors used to conquer the planet.
Over 70% of humans have brown eyes, but the remaining 30% carry genetic mutations that tell an incredible story. These mutations reveal secrets about human migration, adaptation, and evolution. Let us explore what your eye color really means. Brown eyes are the ultimate biological shield. That deep, rich color comes from melanin, a pigment so powerful. It absorbs up to 90% of light entering your eye, protecting your delicate internal structures from intense solar radiation. Research confirms that melanin functions as a natural sunscreen built directly into your iris, a vital adaptation for early humans.
Keep watch. Something moved to the left. Over there.
Melanin absorbs harmful ultraviolet radiation before it can damage the DNA in your eye cells, ensuring long-term vision health. Brown eyes do not just protect better, they perform better in bright light, providing clearer vision by absorbing rather than scattering light. Brown-eyed people experience less glare sensitivity and maintain clearer vision in intense daylight, which is why this trait dominates near the equator. They appear rich and uniform, rarely shifting tone, providing a consistent and reliable visual experience for populations in high sunlight regions. Catch them in low light, and you might notice subtle golden flashes as scattered light plays across the outer iris layers, revealing the eye's complex structure. Blue eyes are a different story. Every single person with blue eyes on Earth descends from one ancestor who lived thousands of years ago. Research published in Human Genetics traces this back to a single mutation in the HERC2 gene that switched off brown eye production. Before this mutation, everyone had brown eyes. Blue eyes are not actually blue. There is no blue pigment in your iris at all.
Instead, your eyes contain almost no melanin, and when light enters, shorter blue wavelengths scatter back out, while longer wavelengths pass through.
It is the same Rayleigh scattering effect that makes the sky appear blue. This structural trick means your eye color can shift depending on lighting. Scientists discovered this mutation occurred during the Neolithic expansion, when humans migrated from the Black Sea region into northern Europe.
But here is the mystery that baffles researchers. Why did blue eyes spread so rapidly in just a few thousand years across northern Europe? In just a few thousand years, blue eyes went from 0 to 95% frequency in northern Europe. One theory suggests with minimal melanin blocking light entry, blue eyes allow more photons to reach the retina, potentially enhancing vision in dim conditions during long northern winters. Another theory points to sexual selection. Blue eyes were so rare and striking that they became attractive, accelerating their spread through mate preference.
Recent DNA analysis from ancient remains found that some early Europeans had blue eyes paired with dark, African-like. This demolished the old assumption that blue eyes were just accidental byproducts of pale skin adaptation.
Gray eyes are exceptionally rare, found in less than 3% of people worldwide. They contain even less melanin than blue eyes, creating a diffuse light scattering effect.
This gives them that distinctive steel-like appearance that can shift from silver to slate to subtly green depending on conditions.
Functionally, researchers believe gray eyes likely evolved as an extreme adaptation for low light sensitivity in regions like northern Europe.
The broad wavelength dispersion makes gray eyes neutral and stable in tone, but also emotionally harder to read.
There is less color variation to track, which may explain why they are culturally associated with wisdom, emotional control, or detachment. Unlike blue eyes that can appear bright or warm, gray eyes maintain a cool neutrality that some find enigmatic. However, this extreme lack of melanin comes with trade-offs. People with gray eyes face similar UV vulnerability as those with blue eyes.
Green eyes. Only 2% of the global population has green eyes, making them the rarest common eye color on Earth.
What makes them so uncommon? Green eyes require a precise genetic cocktail involving at least 16 different genes working in perfect balance.
Too much melanin and they would be brown. Too little and they would be blue. Green eyes sit in that narrow, sweet spot.
They contain moderate melanin levels, plus a yellow pigment called lipochrome. When light hits this specific combination, it creates that distinctive green hue. But here is what makes green eyes truly unique. They are chemically unstable. Research shows green eyes are highly sensitive to environmental changes, often appearing mossy in shadow, golden green in bright light, and sometimes even shifting toward hazel or blue-gray depending on clothing colors or lighting. This dynamic quality has made them a focal point of folklore across cultures. sometimes associated with witchcraft and supernatural abilities. In medieval Europe, green eyes were sometimes associated with witchcraft. In Greek mythology, they were thought to carry special powers. Even today, they are linked with mystery, intuition, and creativity. From an evolutionary standpoint, green eyes may have provided adaptive flexibility.
They may have provided adaptive flexibility in temperate climates with variable lighting, such as forests and mountain regions.
Their moderate melanin offers some UV protection while still allowing enhanced light sensitivity, striking a balance between the extremes of brown and blue.
Genetically, green eyes are most common in people of Celtic and Germanic ancestry, particularly in Ireland and Scotland.
However, green eyes can appear in any population, given the right genetic combinations.
Hazel eyes are the ultimate chameleons. Unlike any other eye color, hazel eyes genuinely change appearance based on lighting, clothing, and surroundings. This is not an optical illusion. It is a physical phenomenon driven by intermediate melanin levels and traces of lipochrome. One moment they appear green, the next golden, then brown. This color-shifting ability reflects their evolutionary advantage, versatility. Sitting between light and dark on the melanin spectrum, hazel eyes are well-equipped for mixed environments: sun, shade, changing seasons, and variable climates. They offer moderate UV protection while maintaining reasonable light sensitivity, making them adaptable to diverse lighting conditions.
About 5% of the global population has hazel eyes, with higher concentrations in people of European and Middle Eastern ancestry. Genetically, they represent a blend rather than a single trait, often appearing in families with diverse eye color backgrounds.
What makes hazel particularly interesting is the unpredictability. Two people with hazel eyes can have completely different distributions of color in their iris. This variation has made hazel eyes seem mysterious and emotionally expressive throughout history. They bridge the spectrum between dark and light eyes.
With one of the most dynamic appearances in the human population.
Amber eyes. Amber eyes are so rare, they are often mistaken for light brown or hazel, but they are distinctly different. Found in less than 5% of people, amber eyes contain high levels of lipochrome with very little melanin, resulting in a solid, golden copper iris.
Unlike hazel, which shifts, amber stays richly golden under all conditions. This stable coloration is also common in predatory animals. Like wolves, owls, and eagles, which may explain why amber eyes feel instinctively intense.
From an evolutionary perspective, amber eyes likely evolved less for functional light adaptation and more as a visual signal.
Genetically, they are most often found in individuals of Southern European, Asian, or South American descent. Black eyes. True black eyes do not exist. What appears black is actually an extreme concentration of dark brown melanin, so dense that the iris looks completely black. This saturation makes them the most effective at absorbing light, offering maximum protection.
In equatorial regions where sun exposure is constant and intense, black eyes provide a clear advantage, filtering harsh light more effectively. Unlike lighter eyes that scatter or reflect light, black eyes absorb nearly everything, making them appear deep and flat.
This absorption minimizes eye strain and may significantly lower the risk of UV-related conditions over a lifetime.
Though often overlooked as a distinct category, black eyes are common in populations from Africa, South Asia, and Southeast Asia. Heterochromia. Heterochromia is the condition where someone has two differently colored eyes, or noticeable variations within a single iris. It affects less than 1% of the population, making it extremely rare. In most people, melanin distributes evenly across both irises during development.
So next time you look in the mirror, remember, you are not just seeing a color. You are seeing thousands of years of survival.
You are seeing the incredible genetic lottery that made you exactly who you are. Please like and subscribe for more.